YouTube. Curses are not always bad, right? Indie! Happy whenever you see this, YouTube. You? Well, you're a beautiful individual, you and all of the internets. Today, well, we're gonna change things up a bit, so don't forget to tell me what you think about it in the comments below. You do that by, liking, subscribing, and commenting. Do all of those things. And hey, if you want to join us live over on Twitch, you can tell me how I'm doing over there and watch me die a whole lot in some of the games that we actually review. That's on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Beers Days from 3 to 7. Alrighty. So, into our review of Curse of the Dead Gods. Curse of the Dead Gods is a roguelike adventure action dungeon crawler where you set out looking for riches and glory, and, well, you get trapped in a temple of the dead gods. Just like the title says. The gameplay starts off as your classic hack and slash dungeon crawl. Similar to many of the three-quarter view games, kind of like Hades or Grim Dawn or even Diablo. But in this particular game, it's more about the timing and the combos of your attacks than it is about kind of that overwhelming power of your abilities. Many of the features that are in the game revolve around the random attributes that are added to the weapons or the relics and curses that you choose to take throughout the game. Also, the maps with quotation marks and all of the rooms are procedurally generated, so they each have something that they have to meet, but they can't break themselves. So each playthrough, it's really different. In each room, you have a chance of an altar being there, and at that altar, you have a choice of paying your hard-earned gold, all that gold you've been collecting throughout the temple, or the choice of blood, increasing your corruption. When you do this, you get new powers, new abilities, and hopefully better weapons. Music and sound, well, the music and sound are really good in this game. It's actually one of my favorite parts here. The music is right where it needs to be. It makes battles that much more epic, and especially when you're in boss battles, it really, really kind of amps up the feel of this game. And the sounds, well, the sounds are great as well. They give you cues to when enemies are actually going to be attacking, or they add to the creepy tomb feel when you're wandering around in the darkness, hearing all of these really weird voices. Jima? Is that you? Holy hell! The look of this game, it has that cel-shaded feel, and you can tell that from all of the screenshots that you've probably seen about this and all of the promotional materials, anything along those lines. And it is very, very artistic. The color choices are great, where things like the purple flame, it really just sits there and pops out from the curses, and it gives us visual depth in what would really be just a dark and dank dungeon game. And the lighting effects, well, they really add to the gameplay itself. Darkness, well, it hides traps, and light, it glistens off all of that gold that you're trying to collect. The feel? Well, the feel of this game is really good. The controls feel great, and when you get hit in the face, well, it's usually because it's your fault. Now, there are times in boss battles that it feels a little unbalanced the way that they actually attack. But if you pay attention, they have a pattern just like any of your classic roguelike bosses. There's plenty of depth with the ability to unlock new weapons and new blessings that will change how your game goes. What's able to spawn in the levels that you go through. Also, you can upgrade altars at the beginning of the game to increase your ability, increase your probability of getting better weapons to start. In roguelike fashion, the difficulty of this game ramps up significantly as you play through it, which really improves the game's replayability. Though, after 20 hours, I have cleared 8 out of the 10 levels that are visible. So there are 3 temples, with an option of 1, 2, or 3 bosses, and then the finale of the big guys. So with this, it may affect how the replayability is seen by other players. When you pick up this game, it seems like there's a really finite ending to this game. Though I don't feel that that's the case, because it is enough randomness to the levels and enough randomness to the maps that you can continue to play it even though when you hit it. So what is our opinion here at CTL of Curse of the Dead Gods? Well, you know what? I like this game. I feel that we will really get our $1 an hour of gameplay out of the $17.99 that it currently is on Steam. I have not gotten tired of the enemies that are in here, and I notice new things every time that I play this. New things about the sound, new things about the different curses and how they can aid and hinder my playthroughs. Also, they do have dailies that change every 24 hours that add new effects, add new things to it, so you have something else to go through and try to get from point A to point B. And I think with those, they are kind of an endless mode. I haven't really found out because I die pretty quick. Though I really enjoy it and I am seeing some replayability in it, the fact that it's visible that you can see the 10 levels of this game might affect what other people's perception, their expectation of the replayability of this game is. Maybe if they actually limited it to the 3 temples and you had a choice of continuing on after a certain playthrough, that if you wanted to stop at boss 1, you could stop at boss 1. If you wanted to stop at boss 3, you go all the way to beat boss 3. The other thing that you could do is have maybe an endless mode where it just keeps going through. There is a new boss each level, each level in the map. And that might actually help with that as well. So, I never answered it. Do I recommend this game? You know, if you like roguelike games, 100%, I do recommend picking this up and playing it, because really, it's a well worth it roguelike with its own flair, its own kind of style. So, you know what? Get out there, get that gold, kill those gods, and you know what? Do it all over again. It's kind of the point of the game, isn't it? Thanks again, Landers. We'll see you next time. Thank you once again, YouTube, for watching the video. I really do appreciate you. Hey, if you liked what you saw, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the little bell to get notification when we go live with a new video. That's every Sundays. Also, like and comment on that video you just watched. I want to know what content you want to see, what content you want me to do. I mean, this is your channel. This is your community. I do this for you. Also, right over here, that's right, those are the social links. I do things IRL in those as well. A little different from what we do here, and a little different from what we do, last but not least, Twitch on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Also better known as Beers Day over the channel. 3 to 7. Come have a beer. Join the Landers. Be part of the chat. Thank you once again for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye, YouTube.